have this MRE, and I'm going to eat it for supper, and you know, give me a better understanding, and everybody that of what exactly the soldiers go through. And it comes in a heavy, thick Mylar pack. It's sealed. I would say that it's well sealed, you know, watertight, and other, you know, water, mud, grease, oil can't get in there, dust, any airborne contaminants or anything like that. But it says it has a peelable seal on the top, so we'll try to peel this, and it's not it's not really that easy to peel open. Now I'm familiar a little bit with the MREs. Watched a couple videos on YouTube, and I remember them from when I was a kid. My grandfather used to keep some of them in his car in case he ever stalled out in the middle of nowhere or something. And this is your heating bag, and here's your barbecue sauce. We have honey mustard and onion pretzels. Here's your nutritional facts on black beans in seasoned sauce. I love black beans, you know, I love black beans. So in here you have your condiments. You have some Splenda, moist towelette. So here is a hot beverage bag. So it looks like we're gonna have some kind of a hot beverage coffee. Cheese spread with jalapenos. Smoked almonds. I love smoked almonds. I have a smoker. I smoke all kinds of stuff all the time, you know, ribs, briskets, fish. I've actually done smoked almonds myself, so this will be good to see how you know, something like this would do it compared to like something that I would do myself. Here's your tortillas. This is going to be the interesting part, I think, is the tortillas. This says black beans and seasoned sauce. Okay. And we have lemon lime flavored juice and shredded beef and barbecue sauce. Sorry about that. I had somebody at the door. So where we have here is we have the shredded beef and barbecue sauce, and you can actually feel chunks of beef in there, but not very much. Like, I feel a lot of barbecue sauce and not so much shredded beef. Okay, but now anybody who doesn't know how this works, I'm going to go ahead and open this one first. Okay, and we have these packs. Actually work very well to put all your garbage in. I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa used to get these kind of MREs like this from the military base, and he would keep them in the trunk in case we ever stranded. But we would also eat them on days when we were out fishing and stuff, and us kids would get hungry, and he would bust out these MREs, and we would have some to eat. Now this is coffee, and then there's creamer, salt, and Splenda, which is a artificial sweetener. It's not sugar. It's I don't know. I've never really been a fan of Splenda or any of the artificial sweeteners. And then we have a moist towelette and napkin or toilet paper, Kleenex, you know, whatever you need to use it for. Wipe your face off, wipe your hands, use it as toilet paper, blow your nose, whatever you need to do. Okay, so first things first is we need to get Well, they sent 2 cards, black beans in seasoned sauce, mixed up there. But whatever. Now the tortillas, and we'll set tortillas to the side, and spoon, and barbecue sauce, and all that. Here's your 2 meals, and then your coffee. So what you would do is, for video's sake, I will make the coffee, and it's your basic instant coffee. So I actually opened the coffee, but I shouldn't have yet because you want to add that in later. So I'm just going to kind of roll it up and fold it up and set it off to the side for now. What you're going to do is you're going to take, this is your heater, and this is your MRE heater, and it uses this contraption in here that has a chemical reaction with water, and it heats up and it cooks your meals. So you're going to tear this off there. You can see it's portion there as well, but you don't want to tear it off there until after you've already cooked your food. And then you want to slide this up to that line, like so, and then you want to fill up the pouch. Now fill up the pouch to the line that says do not overfill. Okay, everybody see that? Then you want to put your foods fold it like so, and you want to put your food one like this and one like this, and then you want to take your nutritional facts sheet and squeeze this right in here like so, just like that. And then you want to actually prop it up. Now it says to prop it up on a rock, but I don't necessarily have a rock here. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is take your hot beverage. It's going to take a little while for the food to cook, so you take your hot beverage and you fill the bag up with water. Now that should be a little bit, about exactly 12 ounces. And then kind of want to squeeze the air out of there and seal it up. Alright, now when the food is actually done cooking, then we'll use that same thing to heat up the water in this bag. Now the next thing is now that we got that cooking, we will go ahead and use the moist towelette and wash our hands, because you know you've been doing military things, you've been out in the desert, you've been, you know, maybe you haven't been able to wash your hands in the last couple of days or nights, and who knows what. So give your hands a good scrub, And then I'm actually going to grab a plate. Okay, I am back, and I have some paper plates, and I have a refill of water. It comes with this lemon lime flavored no fruit juice, and I imagine it's like a Gatorade, yeah, beverage based powder lemon lime. Okay, so one thing that comes with these is a really heavy, big, long, well construction, durable spoon. I remember these when I was a kid. These haven't changed in probably 20 years. So I'm going to go ahead and make this beverage base powder. And it's lemon lime. So I imagine it's going to be like a Gatorade type of drink. But it's green. I was expecting like, I think of lemon lime, I think of like 7-Up or whatever. Go ahead and make sure that's stirred up nice and good. That's actually not too terribly bad. Tastes a little bit like Gatorade. Not too shabby. Pretty good actually. It would be really good on a hot day, like in the desert and stuff. So I'm going to start off with some of this other stuff. We have the smoked almonds. And like I said before, I do some of my own cooking in the smoker, and I work a lot with smoked stuff. Now, it doesn't really have a smoky taste or flavor or smell, but it does have a really good smoky flavor though. Indeed it does. I don't necessarily think that the almonds themselves were smoked. I think it's more of like a smoke powder that's on it, but it's really good. I mean, if there was comfort food, this would be one of them for me. Just that smoky taste, really wonderful, really rich and really amazing. And we also have the honey mustard and onion pretzels. Now, I imagine these with the smoked almonds really make a good pair. You can really smell get them all out of there. And we have this. Do not eat. Do not eat it. These are just, pretzels, big pretzels with mustard, honey mustard. Really good. Really good. They're crunchy. You got the crunchy bite of the pretzel. The honey mustard and onion really go well with the smoky aftertaste of the almonds that I just ate before. It really has a really great flavor. They really go well together. So putting these two in the same MRE is 2 thumbs up. Now, As far as the MREs go, from what I've been told, it's not always the same stuff in every MRE. Sometimes you might luck out and get Skittles or M&Ms. And sometimes you get tortillas and cheese bread. Sometimes you get bread and peanut butter and jelly. So it's just kind of a luck of the draw type of thing. But I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and wait for the MRE to finish cooking, and I will be right back. Okay, welcome back, guys. I have I'll go ahead and move this stuff up here for now. I'm going to go ahead and open the tortillas. It says tortillas plain, and they actually feel pretty fresh. I was kind of surprised about that, because sometimes you can buy them even in the store and they're unedible, or yeah, I don't know. They're slowly coming apart here. They're a little bit stuck together. A little bit kind of hairy scary. So there's two of them, and well, they're supposed to be two of them. They're stuck together as one. So there's two tortillas here. Now the beef shredded in barbecue sauce, I would think that you would get like some kind of a muffin, or not like a biscuit or bread or something that would really go well with that. You could make like a sandwich or something. But the thing that I'm wondering is, they give you this cheese bread. So is this for the beans? Is the beans and all of it supposed to go in the tortilla? What is the, when they make these, I understand they make them and they just kind of put them together, but I don't see any kind of trend. I don't see that this is supposed to go with this and this is supposed to go with that, and if you put all these together, you have, like your burrito, so to say. So now you're gonna have a barbecued pork, black bean and rice with cheese bread and jalapenos. I mean, maybe it's good, but I think if it was going to be a pork and black beans, it'd probably be better off to be like a spicy pork rather than barbecue. Maybe like a taco, I don't know. These have been cooking for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. And they are hot, really hot. And then, let's see if I can get this water thing to just drop down in there like so, and let that kind of chill and heat up just like that. I don't know how you're supposed to do that exactly, but I think that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna actually open up the black beans in seasoned sauce first. And right off right off the bat, I can tell that the sauce is, it's exactly, I mean, there's no rice, it's just black beans in a sauce. So bon appetit, I guess. I will try this. There's really no flavor. I mean, it's really bland. The sauce is like a thick gravy, but it's like a baked bean type of sauce, like a thick baked bean sauce, and then just the black beans. I mean, it's basically just like pork and beans. So that's kind of disappointing. I was actually looking forward to getting. The problem with these is that they really don't stand up well either. I mean, once you open it, you're opening it and you're eating it. Oh, maybe I can get it to stand up there without spilling. Maybe, I don't know. Now, the shredded beef in barbecue sauce. So my question, however, is this already has barbecue sauce on there. So what was the other bag of barbecue sauce for? And why isn't there some kind of a so here's and I mean the minute you open these, it's just pungent smell, and this one is really strong barbecue sauce. You can smell the pork. It smells a lot like if you've ever bought them things of Lloyd's pulled pork barbecue. That's exactly what it smells like. It doesn't look too terribly bad, but it doesn't look real appetizing either. There's not, when you think of pulled pork, you think of big chunks of pork. This is all just kind of ground up mash, you know, and it all kind of just sticks together in a big blob, and then you get, like, here you got this big chunk, you know. So it's bon appetit. It's really not that bad. It tastes just like what you would expect when you buy the instant Lloyd's barbecue pulled pork, stuff like that. And for just curiosity's sake, what would happen if I put these together? I'm going to try. So we're going to put a little bit of this pulled pork on here, and a little bit of the cheese spread. Yeah. And the cheese spread. Whew. I mean, it doesn't look like a cheesy. I don't know if I can get in close enough to give it justice of what it looks like to the naked eye. But I mean, it is what it is. And then I'm going to take a little bit of these beans. I'm going to try to get some of the juices off of it so that it's more of the beans. And try to fold this messy thing up and take a bite without making too much of a terrible mess. You know, they actually go very well together. That is actually really surprisingly good. You have the sweet taste of the pulled pork barbecue sauce. You have the like the baked bean type taste, and then you have the cheesy jalapeno spread. It's actually pretty good. I mean, on their own, they're kind of bland and not real good, but together like this, it's actually pretty tasty. It's actually really messy as well, but it's actually really tasty too. I never would have thought, you know. Pretty good. Really good, actually. The only problem is the only problem is I just put a little bit on that tortilla. Now there's a lot in here and there's a lot in there. So I don't know how you guys would eat it in the field. But if you were to actually make like a burrito, so to say, it would be such a mess. I think it's the cheese spread that really ties it all together, because the sweet and then the spicy of the cheese spread and the sweet of the barbecue sauce. The beans really have no flavor, so it's just kind of a filler. But throw them all together like that, and it really is. And I don't know what the extra barbecue sauce is for. I just don't know about that. Maybe you're supposed to put that in with the beans. I don't know. In this particular one, I think it would have been nice to see something different in the tortillas. I think the reason they use the tortillas so much is they lay flat and they take up so much little room. But in this particular one, if you had like some biscuits with the pulled pork and the beans, you could have almost a you could have almost a decent but little barbecue in the wild. So the next thing is the coffee, and the coffee does not feel hot yet. The water does not feel hot. I don't know if that cooker is done. If it has, I don't know if it goes for a while or if it just kind of fizzles out after so long. I might have cooked the other stuff too long, so it fizzled out. I don't know. But in case I don't make the coffee, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just put the instant coffee in there, and then pour it into your canteen or cup or whatever you have. So that is the military ration, and it is shredded beef, and it's from menu 2, I'm told that the 2 means it's from menu 2. So that was the MRE, Department of Defense, United States of America, military ration. Gives kind of an idea of what these guys are eating. It's not the greatest food, but it is food. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody takes a moment out of their day to just appreciate what our soldiers and stuff are sacrificing, the comforts of being home, and what they're going through just to defend our freedoms and our honors, and to do what they do. Thanks for watching, everybody.